Hey there, science fans! Welcome to an exciting journey through the building blocks of everything around us. Have you ever wondered what makes up everything around you? From the tiniest speck of dust to the vast expanse of the sky, it's all composed of fundamental substances known as elements. From the air you breathe to the phone in your hand, and even the food you eat, it's all thanks to these incredible ingredients called elements. They are the essential building blocks that form every single thing in our universe. And guess what? There's a super cool chart that organizes all these elements. The periodic table. This chart is like a map that helps scientists understand how elements interact and combine to create the world we live in. Think of the periodic table as a giant mansion with many rooms. Each room represents a different element, each with its own unique characteristics and properties. Each room houses a different element. Just like rooms in a mansion, these elements are organized in a specific way to make it easier to find and understand them. This isn't just any random arrangement. The elements are meticulously organized based on their atomic number, electron configurations, and recurring chemical properties. Elements are grouped together based on their properties and behaviors, kind of like how families live together. For example, the noble gases are all grouped together because they share similar characteristics. The periodic table is like a cheat sheet for understanding the building blocks of our universe. It provides a wealth of information at a glance, making it an invaluable tool for anyone studying chemistry. It's a must-have tool for scientists and a fascinating window into the world of chemistry for everyone. Whether you're a student, a teacher, or just someone curious about the world, the periodic table offers endless opportunities for discovery and learning. Long ago, scientists realized that certain substances couldn't be broken down any further. These substances were fundamental, the building blocks of everything around us. They called these basic ingredients elements. Each element had unique properties and characteristics that distinguished it from others, but there were so many. They needed a way to organize them. Without a system, it was chaotic and difficult to study their relationships and behaviors. Enter Dmitri Mendeleev, a brilliant Russian chemist. Mendeleev was determined to bring order to the chaos. In 1869, he arranged the known elements based on their atomic weight and properties. This was a groundbreaking approach that allowed scientists to see patterns and predict behaviors. He even predicted the existence of undiscovered elements, leaving gaps in his table. These gaps were later filled as new elements were discovered, proving the accuracy of his predictions. Mendeleev wasn't the first to try organizing the elements. Many scientists before him had attempted to find a logical order. John Newlands noticed that every eighth element had similar properties, like a musical octave. This observation led to his formulation of the law of octaves. His law of octaves was a step in the right direction. It suggested that elements could be grouped based on recurring properties, hinting at a deeper underlying order. Lothar Meyer also developed a periodic table around the same time as Mendeleev. Meyer's work was similar, but focused more on the physical properties of elements. Both scientists made huge contributions to our understanding of the elements. Their work laid the foundation for the modern periodic table, which continues to be an essential tool in chemistry today. The periodic table has evolved over time, incorporating new elements and discoveries. It remains a dynamic and ever-growing representation of our knowledge of the chemical world. Today, the periodic table is more than just a chart. It's a symbol of scientific progress and the quest for understanding the fundamental nature of matter. From its humble beginnings to its current form, the periodic table continues to inspire and educate, reminding us of the incredible journey of discovery that has shaped our understanding of the universe. The periodic table is arranged like a grid. Horizontal rows are called periods. As you move across a period, the elements gradually change from metals to non-metals. Vertical columns are called groups or families. Elements in the same group share similar chemical properties. For example, Group 1 contains the alkali metals, like sodium and potassium. These metals are very reactive. drop a chunk of potassium in water and it'll skitter around like a water bug. Group 18 houses the noble gases, like helium and neon. These gases are very stable and don't react easily. The position of an element on the periodic table tells us a lot about its characteristics. It's like a secret code that unlocks a wealth of information. Each element has a unique atomic number. This number tells us how many protons are in an atom's nucleus. Protons are tiny particles with a positive charge. They determine the element's identity. For example, hydrogen has an atomic number of 1. This means every hydrogen atom has 1 proton in its nucleus. Carbon has an atomic number of 6, so every carbon atom has 6 protons. The periodic table is arranged by increasing atomic number. This means that as you move from left to right and top to bottom, the atomic number and the number of protons increases. Beyond the chemistry lab, the periodic table's wide reach. The periodic table isn't just for chemists. It's a valuable tool in many fields. Physicists use it to study the properties of atoms and develop new materials. Biologists use it to understand the chemical processes that occur in living organisms. Geologists rely on the periodic table to analyze rocks and minerals. Astronomers use it to study the composition of stars and planets. The periodic table even helps engineers develop new technologies. It's amazing how this single chart connects so many different areas of science and technology. The periodic table truly is a universal language. Fun with elements, surprising facts and trivia. The periodic table is a treasure trove of fascinating information, each element holding its own unique secrets and stories. Did you know that the rarest element on Earth is francium? This elusive element is so scarce that scientists have only been able to study it in minuscule amounts. It's so rare that scientists estimate there's less than an ounce of it in the Earth's crust at any given time. Imagine trying to find a needle in a haystack. That's how rare francium is. On the other end of the spectrum, the most abundant element in the universe is hydrogen. This simple yet essential element is the building block of stars and galaxies. It makes up about 75% of all matter. Without hydrogen, the universe as we know it wouldn't exist. It's the fuel that powers the stars, including our very own sun. Helium, the second most abundant element, is famous for making your voice sound funny because it's much lighter than air. But did you know that helium is also used in scientific research and medical applications? Gold is one of the few metals that isn't silver gray. Its lustrous yellow color has made it a symbol of wealth and beauty for centuries. Its unique color is due to relativistic effects on its electrons. Cool, huh? These effects cause the electrons to move faster, giving gold its distinctive hue. Speaking of gold, it's so unreactive that you could wear a ring made of pure gold at the bottom of the ocean, and it wouldn't rust or corrode. This makes gold perfect for long-lasting jewelry and artifacts. These are just a few of the many fascinating facts hidden within the periodic table. Each element has its own unique properties and uses, making chemistry a never-ending adventure of discovery. Each element has its own story to tell. From the rarest to the most abundant, the elements of the periodic table are the building blocks of our world and beyond. So next time you look at the periodic table, remember the incredible stories each element holds. Test your knowledge. Interactive Periodic Table Challenge. Ready to test your periodic table knowledge? See if you can answer these questions. What is the symbol for gold? What element has the atomic number 8? What group are the halogens in? What is the lightest element? You can find the answers by exploring an interactive periodic table online. Conclusion: the periodic table. A universe of discovery awaits. The periodic table is more than just a chart on a classroom wall. It's a roadmap to understanding the building blocks of our universe. From the smallest atom to the largest star, The elements organized in this incredible tool play a vital role. So, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep marveling at the wonders of the periodic table. There's always something new to discover.